So here we are in the second video for Excel Project 5, and in order to do this we're going to move over to Sheet 3, which will be your Customer tab. So you're going to click this, right click this, rename, and go Customer tab, just to make it easier to read. Then you're going to merge A1 through M2, merge and center, so that way it's centered, center that vertically and horizontally as well. And you're going to type in your landscaping company, so I'll just throw mine in there right now, right like that. And then you're going to click on the entire cell, go up here to styles, title, and then format it on the background. So you go fill color, and you go theme colors blue accent 1. We'll go down here, so lighter 40%, and that's the one that we're going to choose. Now after that, that's just the title. So then over here in A3 you're going to start off with customer number right here, and then you're going to go date of the job. Since you're building this database, you're going to want the date of when it happened, all in the same month, and then it should update. If you're actually running a business, it will update it automatically on each month. And after that, I want to know the first name of your customer, the last name of their customer, of your customer per se, the address, street address, and then with the street address comes the city, the state, and the zip code as well. After that, so this is just building your database for where they live, so in order to build them out, so you've got this part right here in order to build them out. After that, you need to know what job that they did. So you go job number from the jobs tab that you did. After that, you go total hours worked, total hours, the rate, total amount charged. So your rate times your amount of hours is going to be what that is. So total charge, and then the description, which you're going to use a VLOOKUP for both the rate and the description in this. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to expand these columns out. So we'll just do this right here, and we'll go click on column A through M, format, auto fit column width, just to start off. Of course, things are going to change as we type them in and as you add the city. So obviously the city is not going to fit in this little spot right here. So we'll just auto fit the column width as well. Now for this assignment, you need to have at least 10 customers. So we'll just throw in there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now it's a minimum of 10. You can always do more if you choose, but for this demonstration, we're just going to do 10. I'm going to click on all these. We're going to click the whole chart actually, and we're going to center line everything. Then we're going to center line this as well. Now, so you can pick the date. You're just going to make up these names, realistic names, addresses. Could be friends, family, people you know, or just randomly as well. So I'm going to pause the video and let you guys put in the date as well as the first name, last name, and get everything up to the zip code filled in. As you guys can see, I inputted first name, last name, address, city, state, and zip code, but the address and city are barely visible. So again, we'll click this entire thing starting over here in A3, go all the way over, format, auto fit column width, and it makes everything better. Now, once you have all this figured out, what we're going to do is we're going to create borders. We'll click your whole chart over here to the borders page and apply all borders, just to kind of clean it up a little bit, make it easier to see and whatnot. Now after you do that, you're going to need job numbers. So each job that was performed, you can either make up whatever job that they did as long as it comes from your jobs tab. So one of these 5 jobs over here you have to pick from. So I'll pause the video and let you guys do that real quick as well. Now that all your job numbers are in for the job that was performed, you're going to go total hours. So you can just make up these hours depending on if you want to make your company look like they do a lot of work or very little work. So again, I'm going to pause the video and let you decide what hours you want for each of the jobs performed, and we'll go from there. As you can see, the total hours have been put in here. Now for the rate, you're going to do a VLOOKUP. So in order for this, click on the cell, go formulas, insert function, and VLOOKUP. It seems to be right here. So VLOOKUP, what you're going to do is you're going to look up this value right here as your lookup value. Your table array is what table it's looking for this number in. So you're going to scroll over to your jobs tab, and you're going to click this whole thing right here. So it's looking for this value in this table array on the third column, and that's because in your jobs tab it's going to be the third column over that it's looking for. So all you need to have in here is a 3. And your range value right here, you're going to type in false, so that's an exact match, nothing close. Right there. Now as you can see, this is kind of small over here, so we'll change this entire column as well. Instead of general, we'll change that one to currency just to make it a little bigger, and then we'll make that column bigger as well. And what you can do after that is you want to double click this and make sure these values right here won't change as you scroll down. So in order to do that, $ before each number and letter, so that way that stays the same. And what you're going to look for is you're just going to click here in the bottom right corner and drag it all the way down, and that way it's looking for this in your jobs tab to give you the rate. Your total charge then is going to be equals your total hours times the rate per hour of the job to give you a total charge of $30 for this one right here. Again, you're going to click this bottom right one and you're going to just drag it down. And I'm going to do the same thing for description. So formulas, insert function, VLOOKUP again, and you're going to look up this value in the same table array on your job sheet. So this one right here, jobs A1 through C6, and we'll just insert the $ in this function right here to make that column index number. If you go back to your job sheet, it's going to be the second column. So you delete jobs right here, it won't work. Just 2 for the column index number. Range lookup, you're then going to type in false, so it's an exact match as well. Right there. And then you can make this a little bit bigger so that it makes everything fit. And you're just going to scroll this all the way down as well. So next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create a pie chart using the last names and the total charge. Now in order to do this, you're going to click the last name column, go all the way down, hold Control and click the total charge button. Well, the total charge for A4, scroll all the way down, make sure both of those are clicked. You're going to go insert and the little pie chart right here, so a pie chart, 2D pie chart right here. Scroll this down so that way you can see it. Click the plus sign on the chart elements to give it data labels. In other words, more options, data labels, more options. So right over here, go percentage, leave the value, and then select category name, so that way the last names pop up and the percentage charts work up as well. So in order for this to work and to look presentable, you're going to want to make your chart just a little bit bigger. Whoops, I scrolled down too far. So you're just going to make this chart big enough so that all the names fit inside or close to inside. And then on your legend, you're going to want to click right side so that everything comes up on the right side right here. You're going to rename your chart title to market share, like this. Click on your biggest piece of the pie, which would be right here, this one right here. And on your point of explosion, change that to 10, just so that everything shows up nicely. And this, you're going to want to change the font, it seems like, to a white text outline. Color white, just to make everything pop up and look a little bit nicer. and that makes everything easier to see. And that's all we have for the customers tab.